Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be going over Rilmocha. So Rilmocha is your traditional DPS, and you could also use this building guide to equip other similar kind of heroes. So let's look at her skills. So her S3 is a single target damage where the first hit will hit three times of 170% damage. So that's equal to 500% damage, with the first hit having a chance to stun. Also, there's a splash damage equal to 20% of the damage she's dealt. If the first three hits kill the target, the splash damage ratio will be increased to 60%. So it's important that when you use her S3, she kills someone with it. So you get a kind of like a AoE hit out of it. There is no cooldown here and it's a 3 turn cooldown. So you can actually get away with not leveling up the S3. If you have enough of these modules lying around to level them up, then I would suggest you can do S3. It would make Doki Doki a lot easier. Her S2 is a AoE which deals 240% damage. And this is interesting because 1% HP that the target has lost, the final damage is increased by 0.5%. So if there are 3 or 4 people, who are on low HP, this will deal quite a bit of damage. So this can actually at times wipe out waves as well. On the cool, there's again no cooldown on this. Generally, what I tend to do is I tend to use these perfect lattice only for cooldown of skills. So again, at S2 you can get away with not leveling it up, and on a S1 it's a speed down single target damage. So now looking at equipment, what you want to do is onslaught is again a very good for her because it gives you extra attack. But I've done an 8 piece harvest because if she's attacking and the target is above 50% HP, it'll ignore 30% of the defense. So her S3, which is a multi-hitting single target damage, she will ignore 30% of defense on her first turn, which is really good in clearing waves against bosses. Generally, on a first turn, the opponent will be typically over 50% HP. So this works really well. When you are initially looking at your modules, when you're starting the game, and let's look at it by rarity because this is a thumb rule you should follow. So when you are all the way down here, at this point of time, your crit rate or your crit damage is not really going to give you much. So you can go attack on all three right hand side. Once you move into yellow gear, that's when I would suggest going 2 crit rate and 1 crit damage so that you need crit rate to be able to land it, right? Once you move on from yellow modules and start moving into outstanding, this is where you will go 1 crit rate and 2 crit damage, and that is pretty much how your build will stay going upwards. So as you can see now, I have 2 crit damage and 1 crit rate on the right side. This will help you maximize your damage. In terms of substats, attack is really nice. Any kind of attack that you're getting, like attack bonus, is really good. Speed is irrelevant to her. So you want to look for attack, crit rate in the substats and crit damage as well. So left hand side, like there is scope to tweak this. I don't need this effect accuracy. I don't need HP. I don't need speed. So actually, I have only one of the right substats here. Here I have crit damage, only again one correct substat. So here I have crit rate and crit damage, two correct substats. So this can significantly still be improved. So we talked about a skills up. So a skill up is not really important. This is way too rare in the game, the perfect lattice. Use it only on heroes where you can reduce a cooldown. That's what my view is on that. In terms of shells, Twilight Knight is really good on her, especially getting till Doki Doki 4. So we've gone for crit damage on the second passive, attack on the first one, and final damage dealt by 7%. Again, why Twilight is good, it increases defense by an additional 60% on this turn. So Twilight Knight is definitely very good on her. And if we go in game, yeah, Twilight Knight is the most suggested, even in the late game. So this is, I think, the ideal way to build her. Yeah, so this is how I build my Remoka. So if I was to look at these overall stats, 52% is okay as long as you use Gray. Gray gives you a two-turn crit up, right, which is 30%, so gets it up to 82%. But ideally, you want to, through substats, you want to push this past 60% at least. And later on to maybe even a 70 plus, depending on when we unlock higher level gear and stuff. So that will definitely help improve this build further. So where am I using Remoka? I use Remoka in my Doki Doki team. I'm using her on health 4. I'm able to clear up to here. Health 4 is still on manual. Health 3 I'm able to auto. And then I'll be looking to get into Inferno. That will be the final piece of the Doki Doki puzzle. So that's where I mainly use her. Otherwise, she can be used in Arena, in RTA. She has a lot of uses, but primarily Doki Doki is the main reason why you want to build a Remoka. So yeah, that's it for this hero guide. I hope it was useful to all of you. Any help you guys need with any specific builds, please do write it down in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.